Yeah, so in this video, we're gonna discuss about endorsing. So in the last two videos, we have discussed about the introduction, honor of the bill, dishonor of the bill, discounting of the bill, and then discounting of the bill, dishonor. Further general entries we have discussed. So in this video, we're gonna discuss about the concept called as endorsing. Endorsing of what? Bills of exchange. Okay, so normally we're gonna discuss what is meant by endorsement first. See, these bills of exchange are freely transferable from one person to another person. Okay, see, assume that Sam has the bills receivable. Sam has the bills receivable, nothing but Sam is the holder of the bills receivable. So if the Sam wants to transfer to person called as X, okay, and then on the back of the instrument or on front of the instrument also, so Sam can write endorse to X and then give it to the X, then X will become the holder of the bill. X will become the owner of the bill or holder of the bill. Okay, so here we are transferring the bills receivable from one person to another person, right? And then you are on the back of the instrument, you are just writing endorsement to X and then Sam will sign it. So this process is called, like, writing on the back side and signing on this is called endorsement. The process is called nothing but endorsement. Okay, so endorsement is what? So the process of transferring the bills of exchange from one person to another person. Anyway, that we don't need to much worry about that because that will be worried in the law. Okay, so we'll be discussing mostly from the accounting perspective in this video. Let's take the example which we have used in the last two videos. So as usual, Sam is the seller and also drawer. Sam sold goods for worth of 10,000 to Raj. So Raj will be the drawee. So Sam drawn a bill on Raj, so Raj will become the drawee. Then it is drawn on 1st January, so the due date is on 1st April. Assume that it has been drawn for 3 months, so the due date will be 1st April. But before that, Sam bought goods from some person called as, let's take Ram. Sam bought goods from Ram on credit basis. Sam bought goods on credit basis. So can I say that Ram is the creditor of the Sam? Ram is what? Creditor of Sam. Sam bought goods worth of 10,000. So here Sam has to pay to the Ram 10,000 rupees. Then Sam will say to the Ram saying that I don't have money, so but I do have a bills receivable worth 10,000 rupees which was given by Raj. Okay, I have bills receivable 10,000 rupees. So Sam will give that bills receivable to the Ram. On the due date, Ram will go to the Raj and collect the money. So here Sam is giving that bills receivable to the Ram. How does Sam will give the bills receivable to the Ram? On the back side, she will write endorse to Ram, and then she will sign on it. That's it. That is endorsed. Now Ram, I can call him as endorsee. And then Sam, I can call her
It
as
looks like your Wi-Fi name or password has changed.
endorser.
To update your Wi-Fi information, go to the Alexa app.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So Sam is the endorser. The person who endorsed the bill is called endorser. The person to whom the bill is endorsed is called endorsee. Right? So here Ram is the endorsee and Sam is the endorser. Okay. Now, on the due date, Ram will go to the Raj to collect the money. Raj may pay the money, may not pay the money. That means if Raj paid the money, the bill is honored. Raj didn't pay the money, then it is dishonored. So here also two options. Endorsed bill may become honor and it may become dishonor. It may become honor, it may become dishonor. Alright. So now we need to write general entries for all the concepts whichever we have discussed now. So here what's happening? Sam is purchasing goods from Ram and then Sam is endorsing bill to Ram, right? On the due date, endorsed bill may become honor or may become dishonor. For all these items we need to pass general entries. Let's do that. So who is endorsing the bill here? Sam. So mostly we need to worry about only in the books of drawer, nothing but Sam. So in the drawee there won't be any additional entries, only when you purchase goods on credit basis, first entry will pass it, and then when you accept the bill, second entry, when you honor the bill, third entry, when he dishonor the bill, 4 entries. Only these 4 entries will be there. Apart from that there won't be any other entries. Okay, in the books of drawer, so we'll be worrying mostly about the drawer point of view. So in the books of the drawer, so here Sam is purchasing goods from Ram, right? So first thing is purchases account debit to creditor account. We are purchasing on credit basis. So here who is a creditor? Ram. Creditor account 10,000. Then normally what should we do? We have to pay cash to the Ram account debit to cash account. But here instead of paying cash, we are giving bills receivable to him. We are endorsing bills receivable to him. That means our bills receivable is going out. Our assets are decreasing. Bills receivable is an asset. Asset is decreasing. When the asset is decreasing, what do we do? Credit it. So to bills receivable account 10,000. And then since we are giving our bills receivable to our creditor, he is no longer our creditor. Normally we should settle his account by paying cash, but here we are giving bills receivable. So he is no longer our creditor, so I am cancelling his account. So previously I have credited him, now I am debiting. Creditor account debit, nothing but Ram, 10,000. Creditor account debit to bills receivable account 10,000 and 10,000. Okay, so when do we write this general entry? When the bill is endorsed. When the bill is endorsed. Okay, now two things will happen, right? Endorsed bill may become honor and may become dishonor. If it become honored, okay, if it become honored, see here the bill is already gone from our side. Okay, the bill is already gone from our side, so we don't need to pass any entry, no entry. That means we have already cancelled the bill, right? So here we are not receiving any cash because we already purchased the goods, but we are supposed to pay cash but we are not paying, so it's settled. So no entry in the books of drawer or endorser. Okay, now if the endorsed bill is dishonored, then like I said, always we need to make our Raj, because Raj is the person who dishonor the bill, right? So we need to make him as our debtor again. Debtor account debit 10,000 to creditor account. Why? Because in the first entry we might have cancelled him as our debtor, like who is Raj, right? We might have cancelled him as our debtor, so I am writing it back again because the bills receivable is worthless now because it is dishonored. So I'm writing him as my debtor again. Debtor is an asset shows debit balance. In the same way, here I have cancelled him as my creditor. Right, here I cancelled Ram as my creditor because I am giving bills receivable. I am endorsing bills receivable to him. So that's why I have cancelled Ram as my creditor. Now that whatever the bills receivable I have given or whatever the bills receivable I have endorsed, it is worthless. So I need to make him as my creditor again. So creditor is a liability. Liability shows credit balance. So I have credited it. Debtor account debit to creditor account. Okay, so in the next video we're going to discuss about the retirement of the bill and renewal of the bill and then notary charges. Thank you.